I'm going to show you guys how to change the oil on a 2012 to 2016 Honda CR-V. This here is a 2016. I've got everything that I need. I've got my paper towels for cleanup. To unplug the oil, we need to use a 17 millimeter. You can use a socket or a wrench, whatever you prefer. If you don't have the 17 millimeter, you could get away with using an 11/16. We're going to be using the 020 on the full synthetic. I've got the oil filter. You don't need a wrench for the existing oil filter to get that off. Just wipe it down, get the debris off with a cloth with a paper towel. Something with like this with a little bit of grip should be enough, should suffice to getting that off. Or you can use gloves that have a little bit of a rubber lining on it. And then I have here a bottled water that I'm going to use as a funnel. Just make sure you dry the inside after you cut this, dry it off so that way you're not getting any water in your motor. I've got the car up on some wooden block ramps that I made a while ago. And this is just paper that I got from Costco. If you shop at Costco or Sam's Club, they use these for shipment. Let you take those for free. That's what I'm using. And then, of course, we have the oil pan for drippage so we can get all the old dirty oil out. Before you crawl under the car, go ahead and open up the cap for the oil. You don't need to completely remove it. You don't want debris falling down there, dust, whatever. That way there's air flowing through here to help get all the oil out as it's dripping out. Now let's go ahead and get underneath the car. Right here is the drain plug. And then here is the old oil filter. It's all right here. It's easily accessible. And I can go ahead and do this without getting so much mess all over the place, all over the engine and the motor. Now, the first thing I want to take off is the plug right here, and we'll let that start to drain. And then I am going to wipe this down really quick with my paper towel, and then I'm going to use my little grip liner so I can get a good grip on there and take that off. One of the advantages of changing your own oil, as you can see, it's dripping. It's going to drip for a while. Oil change professionals, once it stops streaming, they put the plug back in, wipe it down, and then they put the new oil in. I don't know what the ratio would be, but it's more than I want it to be. But they're leaving a lot of dirty oil in your engine when you have them do it because they're in a hurry. I like to just go ahead and let this set and just drip out for a while. If I had to guess, I bet you there's close to at least close to a cup that stays in the motor when you have a professional change your oil. They're leaving dirty oil in there. That just doesn't make any sense. So that's one of the big plus advantages of replacing the oil yourself is you get to let it just drain all out. As I mentioned, here's the oil filter. I'm just going to go ahead and just wipe it down. And then I'm going to get my rubber grip. Just like that. Okay, I can get this. I'm just gonna have to put the phone down so I can brace myself better. So here it's already been 5 minutes and look at the oil just dripping out still. And I'm sure a lot of professionals will say it's not a big deal, don't worry about it, but I'm putting in good, full, clean synthetic oil. I wanna take care of this. I want this car to last a long time, right? So that's how I'm doing it. That's the advantage of doing it myself. All right, so now I want to go ahead and open up my box. I'm going to try to do this with one hand. I don't have hands free. Just discard that. I do like how Mobil 1 covers this in plastic. That way I know there's less debris and dust possibly going in there. Okay, one thing that I think is important to make sure you got the right seal, I'm going to just go ahead and dab my finger in here. And then I'm just going to kind of rub some oil on this gasket. This rubber seal here, this O-ring, whatever you want to call it. That way I've got a nice tight seal. And you really don't need that gripper to put this back on. Just clean, dry hand. Just snug that on. That's all you need. I cleaned this, wiped this down really well, the plug. Sorry about the out of focus. I think it's kind of dark down here. I don't have very good lighting down here. But as soon as you get this in, it'll stop dripping. Ooh, if I get that in, there we go. And before you tighten down on that, go ahead and just get a paper towel, a rag, and just kind of wipe that down. And then you just continue putting it in. Snug. Okay, I've got my 17 millimeter. Now, this is very important, okay? You don't want to over tighten on this because, boy, you could just destroy the threading on the bolt and inside. You don't want to do that. You want to just, I don't know the exact torque that they recommend, but it can't be any more than 10 pounds. So I'm just going to give it a little, that's all you need. You don't want to do too much. Never over tighten on this, and don't over tighten on this either. It's just not necessary. I did look at the washer that was on there. It looked in pretty good shape. So I left that on there. I didn't need to replace that. But hey, we're looking pretty good. Got everything wiped down. Now it's time to go back up there and put some oil into the motor. All right, now for my funnel, I've got a razor blade. You could just probably use a pair of scissors and just cut this. But I'm just going to use my razor blade. That's it. There's my funnel. Not a super big deal. Obviously, you don't need the lid anymore. I want to take this ring off. I'd hate for that to fall in the engine. That would be terrible. Now, it's got water in there, so I'm just going to go ahead and just dry it off. I have my lovely assistant, my wife, helping me here. She just wasn't willing to get underneath the car with me to free up my hands. So I'm just going to dry this. That way I know there's no water in there going into the motor. Okay, and I'm going to come over here, remove the cap, and just put that right there. There's my funnel. Now, my homemade funnel is lightweight, and it doesn't go down very far, so I'm just going to keep a hand on it while I pour the oil in. For this particular car, I'm going to do 4.6 quarts. This is a 5 quart. There's my mark right there, so I know when to stop. And then I'm going to reuse this container to pour in the old oil and bring to a AutoZone O'Reilly's where they take the oil at no charge. And I'm not going to throw this funnel away because I'm going to use it to help pour the old dirty oil into this container. You don't want to overfill. You could get motor engine problems if you put in too much oil. Woo! Okay, I think we're about there. I think there's about 0.4 quarts right there. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and transfer this up to here so I can pour my dirty oil into this. I didn't spill anything, so I don't need a wipe. I'm gonna just go ahead and put this cap back on. And then I'm just gonna pour the dirty oil back into the same container and then take this to a auto parts store where they will take this for free. In my opinion, this was totally worth it, just doing it myself. That way I know what oil is going in, and I know that the oil filter is being replaced. This is in my efforts to get this Honda CR-V. I've got 120,000 miles on it now. I would love to pass this vehicle on down to my kids. Hope to get 300,000+ miles on this vehicle. Heck, maybe 400 would be fun, wouldn't it? But this is the best way to get the longevity out of your Honda CR-V, and that is just to do good oil changes on it. I recommend every 5,000 miles. I disregard Honda and the oil. They say you could do this every 10,000 miles. That's just nuts. Every 5,000 miles is what I highly recommend. Well, thanks for watching. If you haven't yet, please give this video a like, thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video.